Hey guys, Deo Gen Z here for GamersCast with my review of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Yes, you heard right, I am doing both of the games in one review. The main reason for this is, essentially, they're the same game. The only true difference between the two is that you get different Pokemon at different points in the game, and some Pokemon are exclusive to the other versions. So, overall gameplay mechanics are essentially the same. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are remakes of the original Gold and Silver, which premiered on the Game Boy Color in 2000. So 10 years later, we have a remake on the DS. And overall, throughout 10 years, Pokemon has pretty much stayed Pokemon. If you don't know the story, well, don't worry, it's the same in every single Pokemon RPG. You're a young trainer going out into the world of Pokemon to catch 'em all and beat 'em all, become the best. Overall, the Pokemon franchise uses the statement, "If it ain't broke, don't fix it." And this can be a mix of both good and bad. It's good on one hand because it's a familiar formula that, like I said, it's not broke, it does certainly work. But it's bad on the other because it doesn't really force them to get creative with the franchise. I mean, it's 2010, and we're still fighting Pokemon battles with the same 2D sprites. Well, not the same 2D sprites, but the same audio cries that we've heard eons ago. Just the basic sprites, you know, very poor and minimalistic animations. Why aren't we battling on 3D planes at this point? You know, the DS has a 3D engine. You know, I want to see it. I want to see that come to fruition. But sadly, that doesn't happen in Heart Gold or Soul Silver. However, one new addition to the Pokemon franchise would be the Pokewalker, which is included in every Heart Gold and Soul Silver game. The Pokewalker is a little Pokeball that acts as a pedometer in which you put one of your Pokemon from your box onto it, and it could stay on there to train. However, you won't be using this to spam levels because you can only level up one level at a time, which I feel is very limited, but I understand why Nintendo did it, because it would be just simply too easy to attach your little Pokewalker device to a fan and then make its level rise at unreasonable amounts. So I understand why Nintendo did it. Additionally, you can connect to other Pokewalker devices and trade items. You can also battle Pokemon within the device, which is probably, I think, the best feature of the Pokewalker, because now you're not subject to the basic couple of Hoots and Pidgeys in the first part of the game. You can start getting rare Pokemon immediately as long as you walk with your Pokewalker. I also like it because of the fact that it's trying to get people active. It's trying to inspire kids to actually go outside and run around a bit, which is good, and I can see that Nintendo's taking another health stance with this device. It's very basic. It's black and white with an LCD screen, and it's reminiscent of the Pocket Pikachu back in the Gold and Silver era, where you build up watts and you can unlock things on your game. Overall, I think it's a really cool little device that adds on to the experience, and it's definitely not the reason you should pick this game up, but it is a selling point. Without ruining any parts of the game, I'm just going to say that they throw a lot of fanfare in there, a lot of really cool things for all Pokemon fans to enjoy. For example, this isn't ruining anything, this is common knowledge. Now your Pokemon follow you around, and it's not just like in Pokemon Yellow where it's only Pikachu. Whoever is the first Pokemon in your party will come out of its ball and follow you around. I thought this was a really cool thing that they added in there, and I would like to see it continue on. Now, being that this is a remake, this is not a new region, there are no new Pokemon to capture, the question pops up, well, is this even worth getting? And coming in at a 9.0 out of 10, I say it definitely is. This game is extremely large. There's not only just one region to explore, but also the Kanto region, just like in the original, is back. You know, you've got all the features of the DS, trading over Wi-Fi. You have the nostalgia factor. Also, the Pokewalker really just brings the experience out into a broader audience, and it also essentially just brings your game with you at all times, even when you're not playing. I think this is a fantastic title, and you must pick this up if you like RPGs, or, of course, if you're a fan of the series. So I am Deo Gen Z, and I am out.